everyone. Welcome back to Ghosting with Anya. I'm your host, Anya Smith, also the author of Anya's Ghost Stories, Volume 1 and Volume 2, The Return of the Dead. So today we are going to talk about the new story and we'll be reading the story. So today, it was nothing special to do today. So um, I woke up like around 9:40 something. Just I was relaxing, and around 10 or something or 11, I went downstairs, had some breakfast. I also pretty much am still doing the knitting. So Chris was already at the church, and then he went to work afterwards. Like when he came home and changed into his work clothes, well, he's pretty much wearing them now. So I pretty much, around 5, I fed my cat and just relaxing as always. We're not gonna do anything at all tonight, so probably just gonna stay home unless I have to change back or whatever. Depends. Maybe put some house clothes on and we might go for a walk. So, we have a new story for you guys tonight. It is called The Matron at the Women's Shelter. This is the new one. And I hope that this would make any sense, I guess. Well, any story could make any sense, but I don't really know. So, anyway, today was just ordinary day, It's Sunday, which is the day that we need our rest. So, like I said in the previous episodes or something, may God protect you and watch over you all, and make sure that He will not let anything bad happen to anyone, like to you, to me, to my husband, to anyone. Just want to, make sure. But yes, so today it's something to do with God. I mostly just prefer staying at home. So, yeah, I, just wanted to relax. I was going to read my book, but I felt like knitting. So, tomorrow I will be back at my producer's house. So he's going back to school tomorrow. He's going to come and hang out at my house because, his son is going to try out for football games. So that is the reason why he's going to come over our house and just going to hang out until Caden is done with his football practice. So anyway, that's what we're going to do for a while. So I don't know how long, but just for a while. I don't know how many days, but maybe the rest of the semester, I guess. Well, this is Caden's first semester as a freshman in Bellevue East High. So, but yeah. Anyway, I'm doing all right, as always. So yeah, I am gonna hang out. Well, I'm just gonna hang out with my producer, and he's gonna finish doing whatever he needs to do. I'm just gonna hang out, whatever I want to do. So, anyway, we have a new story, but yeah. So, sorry about that. My mic sometimes turns off by itself. I don't know why. I'll have to unplug it, plug it back in. There we go. Now it's back. So, how is everyone doing this weekend? I mean, it's Sunday, people are just resting. So, let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know what you guys are doing for, the rest of the days. And are you guys like getting ready for the new semester or whatever? Or are you guys ready for the new story? Before we do that, I gotta get my glasses cleaned because it feels a lot dirtier. So, but yes. But anyway, today, hopefully it's gonna be, a great day or whatever. But next week, a few days away, we are going to get the gray washer back and a matching set of a dryer. I cannot wait to get it back because, we need a washer that works very smoothly and well. Same thing with the dryer. Cleans it, dries our clothes, Just want to make sure our clothes are not, ruined. So hopefully they will. So also, Chris has Thursdays off, like usually. Sometimes he has to go to Marco's Pizza and deliver a lot of pizzas. Sometimes he does on Thursdays. Sometimes he, does it earlier during the week. Something like that. So his schedule can be changed a lot. So anyway, let me know in the comments if you think this story might be related to you guys. If you had any experience about it, all you have to do is leave me a comment down below right here on YouTube. So now we are going to start reading the ghost stories. I hope you guys are ready. Anyway, I just want to say thank you guys for all of your support and being very patient about my stories. I know I was taking a little break a couple days ago because sometimes Mama needs a little break from doing podcast. I mean, I love working on it, so I just need a little break. That's the reason why. I mean, I was so tired because I was focusing on making dinner, cleaning up the place, and running errands with my friends or something like that, working on the book, that sort of thing. So anyway, if you guys love ghost stories, I recommend you guys check out my novels on YouTube. Well, not YouTube, but check out my novels on Amazon. My first one is still on Amazon. I'm still getting approved from my editors, my publishers about my second novel. So hopefully it will pop up, but I know it will. Just be very, very, very patient about it. Anyway, but yes. So I'm just like, they will literally let me know if it's approved and it will be released on Amazon. All you have to do, guys, is type my first name and last name, which is Anya Smith, Anya. My last name is Smith, and my novels will appear to you. So my first one is already in there. Hopefully my second one will be, especially on Kindle. It can be on eBay. It can be anywhere. So it can be on Pinterest. And, well, you can buy my first novel also on Pinterest. You can buy it on Amazon. So anyway, let's get started on the story because I know how much you guys love my stories. So let's get started. Please click like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you guys are continuing of your support. So just want to say thank you. Please click like, share, and subscribe. And let's go with the story now. We are still on season 6, episode 222. The matron at the women's shelter. Keely took the overnight advocate position at Haven House because she needed work that mattered more than it impressed, and because the women's shelter staff had a reputation for not confusing emotional labor with sanehood. Haven House operated out of an old converted convent near the river with narrow hallways, hard corners, and enough patched history in the walls to make every room feel like it had housed some version of survival before current programming terms caught up. Nights were usually a braid of paperwork, tea, whispered crisis calls, and the careful management of doors. Who came in, who needed quiet, who was one bad text away from panic. The first strange thing Keely noticed was that fresh blankets always appeared folded on the radiator bench outside room 6 whenever a new resident arrived late, even if the closet count had come up short 5 minutes earlier. Staff called it the bench knowing. Keely called it impossible until the bench produced her own misplaced intake forms sorted by urgency. It's a little weird, but we'll figure something out. As we reading, hopefully we will learn a lot more about this story. My throat can feel like very scratchy for no reason. So anyway, but yeah, let's continue on the story. The shelter director, when pressed, gave the explanation with the practical reverence of someone too busy to dramatize the dead before Haven House became a secular shelter. The building housed a women's aid mission run by one formidable matron named Sister Agnes Byrne. Agnes was known for brutal better record keeping and the habit of appearing with exactly what a woman need. 1 minute before she admitted needing it, she died in the building during a winter influenza outbreak after refusing to leave the dormitory floor. Old staff and later secular staff occasionally reported blankets laid out, paperwork pre-staged or sharp, little notes turning up where someone had let dignity slip in the name of efficiency. She isn't sentimental, the director warned. She likes women safe, dry, and not spoken to like forms. Keely appreciated that, though she would have preferred her impossible colleagues remain theatrical. They did not. If she left a late intake packet clipped without the housing resource, She became because it was 2 a.m. and the resident could get it tomorrow. The packet reappeared complete on the desk before dawn. Yeah, before dawn. Okay, sorry, sometimes if I read a little weird, it's probably because I'm kind of nervous. I don't know why. If a donated code ended up in the wrong size bin, it would be found on the radiator bench outside the exact room of the person it fit. Once, after a volunteer described one client as non-compliant case within earshot of the office window, every clipboard on the admin shelf slid to the floor except one notepad carrying a line in cramped blue ink. No woman is a case to herself. Keeley felt the rebuke. Physically, the haunting wasn't there to coddle staff burnout. It was there to prevent it from curling into institutional meanness. Apparently, Agnes was trying to prevent things that was going to happen sooner or later or whatever. I think she was trying to help Keeley, whatever it could happen anytime soon. This video might be a bit short, maybe long, but we'll figure something out. The first clear sighting came on a sleet night when the shelter was over capacity and the phones would not stop. Keeley stepped into the laundry room to breathe and found an older woman standing at the folding table in a dark skirt, sweater, and apron with a ring of keys at her waist. Her hair was pinned close, and her expression held none of the ghostly vagueness movies prefer. It was the expression of a woman who had heard every excuse for neglect and was currently ranking them without looking up from the stack of towels she was refolding more tightly than any volunteer ever did. She said bed 3 in dorm B needs socks before she asks. Bed 5 needs quiet before kindness. Keeley, too tired to argue with the dead, followed the instructions. Bed 3 did indeed have swollen, wet feet hidden in borrowed shoes. Bed 5 was on the edge of bolting from the room because another resident's well-meaning questions were pushing her toward panic. After that, Keeley began to notice that Sister Agnes, or whatever name best fit a dead matron who had survived several organizations' eras, operated entirely through anticipatory care, not dramatic rescue sequence. Dry towel before fever, privacy before disclosure, sandwich before safety planning. If blood sugar was the actual current emergency, the shelter itself seemed to shift under that ethic. The vending machine dropped. Free soup cups on the worst nights. The tea kettle clicked off at exactly the moment a resident's hands started shaking too badly to carry it. Once, after a frightened teenager arrived with no phone charger and no trust left in adults, a charging cord appeared coiled on the radiator bench with one sticky note. Ask before plugging in. Even the ghost respected consent, which was more than some donor volunteers managed. It's a little freaky though. You can't just ask permission about charging your phone. I mean, come on, you gotta charge it now before the battery ends up dead. So it is kind of freaky though. What finally made Keely love the haunting instead of merely relying on it was the boots. A woman arrived near midnight in sleet, wearing hospital socks inside cheap canvas shoes, trying hard to sound calmer than she was. Intake took longer than it should have because her paperwork was tangled with another county's system. By the time Keely had a bed for her, the woman's feet were visibly numb. The donation room was a disaster. From holiday overflow and the correct size. Winter boots now obvious, Keely told her she'd keep looking in the morning and hated herself as the sentence left her mouth. When she reached the dorm hallway, a pair of dry-lined boots sat beneath the radiator bench with folded socks tucked inside, and one note in blue ink. Mornings are for records, nights are for feet. Keely cried in the office afterward while pretending to review receipts. The board eventually approved funding for an overnight essentials closet after staff documented enough supply anticipation needs to embarrass the budget committee into action. Keely led the project and organized it consciously or not according to Sister Agnes's invisible priorities. Socks by size first. Menstrual products visible, not hidden. Chargers with sign-out cards, tea near intake, emergency coats. Dry, not bagged, in a back room. On the night the closet opened, the old radiator bench outside room 6 remained empty for the first time in months. No blankets, no notes, no mysterious boots. The director saw Keely noticing and said quietly, "That usually means she approves later that night." While locking the laundry room, Keely found one towel folded in the absurdly precise square she now recognized as Agnes's signature. That was enough. Haven House still runs on Grant's exhaustion and the difficult grace of women helping women stay one step ahead of collapse Keeley no longer talks about the building being haunted unless a new staff member asks why the old radiator bench is treated almost like an altar. Then she says only that some places remember the order in which care must happen. A dead matron may or may not still walk the halls. The important thing is that the living have finally learned how to keep up. This is the weirdest shit as ever. I mean, have you guys ever experienced that kind of activity? Like if you gone to, I don't know, women's shelter, maybe saw something, did it like make any sense? Or did it frighten you guys? I mean, if you ever had any experience like that, you guys are always welcome to tell me if you ever experienced any freakiness. So, I mean, there's a lot of people who are homeless. They end up in a homeless shelter or something. I've never been to a shelter, so I would not know what it's like to live in a place like that, especially with a lot of women in the past. So now that the story is done, we are going straight to the questions with answers. I hope that this makes a lot of sense to you guys. It's like 9 p.m. already. So anyway, how do you feel about reading the story? I mean, did it like make you cry or something? Do you feel anything as you were reading it? Were you reliving it? So, what did you think about the story?
Has a good storyline to it.
Well, something happened in the past.
Yes.
At the women's shelter in, I think it's called Haven House, I think. I don't know. It's like somewhere in Maine or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, but you know, things happen all the time. So now that we are done with the story, we are gonna go with the questions. I hope this makes any sense. If you guys have any questions, you're always welcome to leave me comments and questions. So anyway, let's get started on the questions. We have 10 questions, including 10 answers. So let me know what you guys think. Would you have trusted a ghost's instructions on the shelter floor? Yes, I would. I mean, I would definitely take advice from a spirit who used to run the entire women's shelter in the past. I mean, if I saw this ghost and if she wanted me to know, I would have taken her advice and figured out how to help her move on. And I would probably take her advice. And yes, I actually would trust her. I would actually would continue working there after seeing, you know, Sister Agnes. Perhaps Sister Agnes was trying to help Keeley and trying to help her run the women's shelter. So, I definitely would trust this ghost. I would do it anytime, any day, at any moment. So, I definitely would. Let's go to number 2. Do you think Sister Agnes stayed for the women, the order of care, or unfinished duty? I think she stayed for women and unfinished her job. Like, she wanted to finish what she started when she was alive, and then she died somehow. I don't know how she died, but perhaps maybe winter must have killed her or whatever. I don't really know. But I think she stayed for the women and for unfinished her work. So, do you think Agnes stayed for the women or unfinished work?
Both.
Okay. It's definitely both. So, that's what I'm going with. And if you guys think she stayed for women and unfinished work, let me know in the comments down below, right here. So, right here on live stream. Let's go with number 3. We're nearly done with this anyway. Why does a shelter make such a powerful but different hunting setting? Well, there's a lot of things happen there. I mean, a shelter, like for women, it feels safe because it's the only place that you feel safe. It feels like it's your home because it's the only home you have ever known, and you can get a lot of help in there, figured out what you want to do with your life, how to pull yourself together and figure it out. So that sort of thing. And I think that the shelter can be anything. So same question for you, Bubba. Why does a shelter make such a powerful but different hunting setting? It's number 3.
Because they get a lot of people that come in and out that need to get the message.
The reason why is because there's a lot of women who need help and need a place to crash, feel safe.
Yes.
I like that plan. So that's exactly what the shelter needed. A lot of people who don't have homes, who have lost everything and didn't feel safe anymore. So the women's shelter can bring a lot of people in, mostly women, because they don't know what's going on, so they decided to seek help at the women's shelter, and this is where they can go and speak to, I don't know, some kind of shelter director, maybe like Sister Agnes. Maybe she cared about a lot of women who needed help and send out the messages for a lot of women who do need help, need a place to crash and feel safe and warm, needed I don't know, taken good care of, and they need to get something to eat so they can fill up their bellies and get some rest. Of course, it's the only way. I mean, a lot of women kind of do that. So I've never been to a freaking shelter, so I don't really know what it's like. But if I ever gone there, I would have my experience there anytime. So God is pretty much telling a lot of women to seek help, seek shelter, and figure out what they can do with their lives or whatever they can do. So I think God is there to make sure everyone is safe and sound, taking good care of, make sure they found what they were looking for. Perhaps the women's shelter is like a new beginning somehow. Maybe it's the new place. There's a lot of tragedies that happened and there's some good memories or whatever. It's a safe place. It's like a sacred ground. It's the holy ground that something that's demonic cannot enter. So it's a safe place for a lot of people. It could be men, maybe women, and mostly even little kids, preteens, teenagers, full-grown adults, that sort of thing. I mean, there's a lot. My sister Agnes did make a lot of difference, and she helped a lot of people when she was alive. So I think she did the right thing by helping a lot of women that needed a place to stay and feel safe. So let's go to number 4. What was more unsettling, the notes or seeing her fold towels in the laundry room? I think it's the notes and seeing her in the laundry room. So if I ever saw Sister Agnes in my own house, in my own laundry room, I would probably try and step up and speak to her and see if I can help her find her way out or help her move on with the afterlife. Maybe, I don't know, just see if I can help her or something. Perhaps. If I ever wanted to see her, I would have done it already, but I have not seen Sister Agnes. These stories are actually related to real life events. I mean, like, they were based on actual events. I mean, things happen all the time. That's just how it is. Okay, guys, let's go to number 5. Okay, we've got 5 questions left before I sign off, and this video can be a bit short. So, my voice can be very scratchy and sore, dry. Maybe it's because I haven't, I don't know, had anything to drink in a while. I did have some tea this morning or this afternoon. So, tea also helps me feel better, but I probably would use honey in my tea to make my throat feel better. I could. Do we have any honey in case I feel sore with my throat?
I think so.
It's the only thing that can help my throat. But I don't feel sore. It's just, it feels like scratchy or whatever. I mean, whenever. It can be, but I'll have to add a little bit of honey and it will help sooner or later. So, was Keeley right to change the essentials system based on the hauntings logic? I think so, yes. So if Keeley did not understand what Sister Agnes was trying to do, would she follow the instructions of this dead woman? Would she ever change any systems? Would she still work at the shelter and help a lot of women feel settled in and feel safe, taken good care of? She would have, but would she stay on it? The same place? Would she feel connected to these women? I think she might have been. So, yes, she did the right thing. Glad that she did. So, I believe that God is sending a guardian angel to help Keeley help other women to feel safe, something. So, my answer is yes. So, I hope that this makes any sense. Get ready for bed anyway. I mean, I got clean, so have taken my medication. So, usually I don't talk about it, but why not? So, but anyway, yes, I gotta get ready tomorrow because I've got a lot of shit to do. Well, hopefully I can get the an email or something or an update from my publishers. Hopefully they will let me know. We'll try to figure it out. So anyway, my answer is yes. Let's go to number 6. What do you make of the line, mornings are for records, nights are for feet? That is the good question. I'm not really sure what it means, but I think it's probably saying something about waking up in the morning, getting ready for the routines, and nights for feet is like getting yourselves cleaned up for whatever they did with the for every foot of your body is cleansed or something. I don't really know. Here's a question for you. It's number 6. What do you make of the line, mornings are for records, nights are for feet? It's number 6. What do you think of it?
I don't know.
It's a little freaky, though. I'm not even sure what that means.
I mean, we're supposed to keep record in the morning and rest at night. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with that, I guess. It's trying to say that we gotta make sure we are fully charged and rested for our big event or something. Like, say, I don't know, doing God's work or something. That sort of thing. Doing some exercise, walking somewhere. I don't really know. Like, doing some kind of thing. I don't know. Walkathon? I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain this question. So some questions come to me with answers. Most answers don't come to me, but sometimes they do. So I don't really know I don't know what it makes. The line with morning records and night for feet. I don't know. Probably maybe they're resting up for whatever they are going to do, something like that. I don't know, taking a walk at night, perhaps, for some kind of event or whatever they were going to do. I don't really know. So let's go to number 7. Let me know in the comments if you think that mornings are for records, nights are for feet. Let me know in the comments if this makes any sense. So, I mean, do you understand what this kind of says? I don't even fully understand what it makes of it. So let's go to number 7. How is this haunting tied to dignity rather than fear? Well, that's a good question. I think that haunting is tied to whatever the spirits are bound to. I mean, I think spirits are bound to the place where they died. I mean, a lot of history that's been going on in the shelter. Some good memories, some bad memories, a lot of weird shit that's been happening. I mean, things happen all the time because, well, I don't really know how to explain it. It's kind of hard for me. For all this stuff, it's kind of hard. So, anyway, if you're like afraid of something, you might have to like face it. You gotta be brave enough to face your fears and like whatever's making you feel scared of something. Depends what it is, but the haunting can be tied to anything, to any place. Can be tied to a person, I think, maybe. It's probably a lot of shit that's been happening at the place where it happened. I mean, spirits are tied to places and things, like objects. Spirits are actually tied to some kind of object, like my phone or a laptop or jewelry or whatever. spirits are tied to, especially a place. Kind of like whatever the humans were wearing, So that sort of thing. Let's go to number 8. Would you feel comforted knowing a shelter had a protective ghost? Yes, I definitely would know. See, I'm protected, and I know that there is a ghost somewhere, a good one, is protecting myself, like me, my husband, and our little kitty. I know I'm being protected because I always pray to the Lord to make sure I'm protected. Like, I pray to God to make sure my friends are okay, making sure they are taken good care of, and, I hope that they're still alive. I know I'm being protected, and shelter does have a protective spirit towards young, innocent women. And I think so, yes. I definitely would be sheltered, and I would definitely be comforted. I've got my spirit guides. They protect me. My husband's protecting me, all my friends and family. So, yes, I would feel comforted at any time, any day or night, any moment. Doesn't matter where or how I get comforted, but I know I can feel the guardian angels, and I feel the love of good spirits, and I do feel the love of God, including Jesus, and I know I'm protected. So I accept God's love, and I will definitely accept everything done. So spirits that are actually good, I will accept their protection no matter what. I hope that you guys are feeling comforted by a lot of good spirits, and I hope you guys feel comforted by his guardian angels, including God Himself. I'm praying for you guys to make sure you guys are, safe and sound. So, yes. So, I would definitely feel comforted knowing a shelter had a protective ghost. I definitely would have. Yes. Let's go to number 9. Okay, we got 2 questions left. Can institutions learn from their hauntings? Well, yeah. I mean, a lot of places have a lot of hauntings. There's like a lot of history that happened there. A lot of spooky stuff happened there, especially horrible things like torture, broken down, like people's souls, I guess, or whatever it was taken. So, but yeah, a lot of things happen there. I mean, there's a lot of hauntings, a lot of places, people. Things happen all the time. I mean, of course, institutions learn from their hauntings. A lot of things happen. I mean, people have a lot of experience about their paranormal activity happened. There's a lot of shit happened, but you gotta deal with it somehow. You gotta figure out how to get used to it, how to figure out a way to deal with this. I mean, most people can't handle it. They're not brave enough, I guess. I don't really know. But there's a lot of shit happened. Okay, so we got one last question left before I sign off. If the dead kept insisting on the right order of care, would you follow it? I definitely would, yes. If I saw this ghost and how the spirit would treat other people, And if this ghost saw anything, how people are treating other people, would it help? Would it do anything to protect these innocents? Yes. I probably definitely would definitely insist on helping people and do the right thing of caring for people. My answer is yes. So, anyway, if you guys have a lot of experience with all this stuff, let me know what you guys think. Did this make any sense to you all? Are you guys confused? Or do you guys understand any of this? So, okay, guys, we are out of time. Thank you guys for watching and, for listening as well. So, tomorrow night we'll be doing the new story. It is called The Dispatcher on Line 4. Something to do, I don't know, the cops, I guess. I'm not really sure. But I think it might be something to do with police, people hunting, whatever happens. So, thank you guys for being here. And tomorrow is the 17th, which is Monday the 17th. So, we have a lot of things going on. I will be at my friend's house doing whatever I normally do. So, running errands, of course, and there's a lot of shit going on. So, thank you guys for watching, and stay safe and have fun. Stay spooky, and may God bless you and protect you and be comforted. So, and I hope that you feel safe with anything. I mean, like, well, I hope that the good spirits are protected. So, I can't think of anything else to say right now. Tomorrow night I will be back on live stream at 8:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. episode 223, and we'll be doing The Dispatcher on Line 4. So please click like, share, and subscribe, and see you on my next episode of Ghosting with Anya, right here on live stream. And good night, and God bless all of you. Good night, everyone. Bye.